shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. Light is a major theme for this time of year. Our Jewish friends are presently celebrating Hanukkah, also known as the Festival of Lights. And all around us we see colorful lights festooning people's homes and front yards, as well as many churches and office buildings. I can remember as a boy just sitting in front of the Christmas tree for several hours at a time, admiring the twinkling, colorful lights. My parents would always turn the Christmas tree lights off when they went to bed, except on Christmas Eve, when they would let the lights stay on all night long to welcome our Savior, the light of the world. In John's Gospel, he begins with the statement, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God." This is John's version of the Nativity story. It doesn't begin with shepherds and angels or a baby wrapped in swaddling clothes lying in a manger. John's Nativity story takes us all the way back to the beginning of creation and time, and it echoes the story of creation that we read in Genesis. In John's Gospel, the very God who created the heavens and the earth and who breathed life into Adam was the same God who became flesh and lived among us. Jesus is the exact representation of God's nature because Jesus is God himself. This fulfills the purpose of John's Gospel, namely to prove that Jesus is the Son of God and that he is one with God the Father. Now, before Jesus' birth, there had been almost 400 years of silence since God had spoken through a prophet, who had been the prophet Malachi. Malachi is appropriately the name of the last book of the Old Testament. The prophet Malachi foretold the eventual coming of John the Baptist and our Lord Jesus. But during that period of silence before Christ's arrival, the people were struggling to hear a word from God. So first, God made the world ready to receive Christ and the gospel. Due to the influence of Alexander the Great, the king of Macedonia, the spread of the Greek language made communication much easier, as that language was spread throughout much of the known world. Because of the roads and generally peaceful conditions of the Roman Empire, Christian missionaries were able to travel without much difficulty. Finally, due to the Roman occupation of Israel, many Jews left their homeland, Israel, and sought new lives in other lands. With most of the Jews being scattered throughout the Roman Empire, the early Christian evangelists had many synagogues from which to preach the good news throughout the known world. Of course, the first Christians were Jewish, but the gospel spread very quickly to the Greeks, who knew nothing about the Jewish Messiah or the fulfillment of Old Testament prophecy. So the evangelist John had to translate those concepts into language that the Greeks could understand and appreciate. The Greek idea of the word was the mind of God, or reason. In their minds, everything that exists is made by God. So John is saying to the Greek world, Jesus is the mind of God in a human form. This is a concept that is so big that our minds have difficulty fully understanding it. Jesus, the Son of God, was originally in heaven with the Father and the Holy Spirit, but he came down to earth in the form of a human being. He walked among us and subjected himself to our human weaknesses and temptations, even though he was God in human form. Jesus walked on our earth for about 33 years, but most people never even recognized him. They thought of Jesus as just a carpenter's son from Nazareth, or perhaps a gifted preacher and speaker. But whatever Jesus does, he does with grace. And whatever Jesus says, he says in truth. If we want to understand what God is really like, all we have to do is look at Jesus. God came to us in Christ. When hostility and hatred exist among human beings, we can break that silence because of Christ. And we can offer what God has offered each of us, a word of grace. The true light of the world came on the first Christmas, the light that shines in the darkness. But the darkness has not overcome it. Now, this doesn't mean that the darkness won't attempt to overcome the light. However, its efforts will be unsuccessful because the light of God always prevails, even in the darkest hours of human history. Light equals life. The light of Christ has come now into our lives. Do we see this as a disturbance or a bother, or do we see it as the light of life, like the shepherds did on that first Christmas in Bethlehem? This light of Jesus brings peace, comfort, reconciliation, and joy into each one of our lives. Jesus, the light, came into the world where he could be seen and also to enlighten human understanding. But in spite of all of that, the world failed to recognize him. It did not understand him. It rejected him, and ultimately it crucified him. There's a story about two brothers named Tom and Bob, whose father had died. The father had left their family farm to both of them in order to keep his sons together. But it had not worked out that way. Bob had gotten married, and he lived in a house in a nearby town with his family. Tom, who had remained single, lived alone in the family's old farmhouse. Tom thought to himself, Bob is always preoccupied with his own family. I do more than my share of the work. So Tom began to resent his brother. Bob thought, Tom is always so grouchy. He is jealous of me, my wife, and our children. So a wall of resentment built up between those two brothers, and they would hardly speak to each other. They attended the same church in town and sat on opposite sides of the church, even during Christmas. Bob was troubled because he and Tom had hardly acknowledged each other's presence as they sat in church. On the way home, Bob said to his wife, Tom is all alone. He has no one to share Christmas with. Now, I know he won't come to our house, but maybe we can take him a plate of dinner. So Bob's wife prepared a delicious meal, and Bob put it in his car and started for town out to the farmhouse in the country. Meanwhile, Tom was sitting all alone, and he said to himself, life is too short for this. Bob is my only brother, and he has a wife and family. I will load my car with some wood for their fireplace and some gifts for their children. So he loaded his car and drove toward town. In the valley between the farm and the town, out on the road, the two brothers saw each other, and both stopped their cars and got out. They were silent for a moment, and then they embraced with shouts of, Merry Christmas! Reconciliation had taken place at that moment, and the true light of Christmas was bright with a glow that could be seen for miles around. Jesus is the light of the world. Like the two brothers in that story, Jesus calls on each one of us to change our lives, get rid of habits and attitudes that drag us down. And he calls on each one of us to pray daily, to come to Mass, and to help the less fortunate. By doing these things, we shine the light of Jesus and the light of Christmas season on humanity all throughout the year. And by doing so, we draw others to